Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Brainerd Park in Artesia, New Mexico, as we get ready for the fourth game of the district slate as the Lovington Wildcats taking on the Artesia Bulldogs. Alongside Don Morgan, I'm TJ Miracle. Great to have you with us as we get ready for the start of this one and very important series for your Lovington Wildcats. As let's go ahead and give you the starting lineup for your Wildcats. Leading off and playing second will be Cesar Salinas, batting second, playing shortstop Luis Garcia, hitting in the third spot and pitching here in the first game. Only one game today will be Micah Pondo. Batting fourth, playing in right will be Jonathan Aceves. Batting fifth is the catcher Jaden Hernandez. Batting sixth, playing first, Nick Pata. Batting seventh, playing third, Ryan Weiser. Batting in the eighth spot is the DH Ethan Gonzalez, who'll be hitting in place of left fielder Patrick Sanchez. And batting number 9 and playing in center field will be Cameron Ochoa. For the Artesia Bulldogs, leading it off will be their DH Ethan Ramirez. He'll hit in place of Ricky Armendariz, the first baseman. Batting second is their shortstop Naya Estrada. Hitting third, playing center field Davian Molina. Batting fourth is the pitcher Jack Byers. Batting fifth, the third baseman Julian Rodriguez. Batting sixth, playing in right will be Jesse Armendariz. Batting seventh and catching Aiden Huffman. Batting eighth, playing second Diego Zamora. And their number 9 hitter is Frankie Galindo. So it'll be Salinas leading it off as the Cats come in 8-12 overall on the season, 0-3 in district. On the hill, it'll be Byers. Huffman is his catcher, and we are ready to go here from Brainerd Park. And the first pitch will be off the outside corner, and that will be ball number 1. So it'll be a 1-ball, no strike count. We are just now underway. Second pitch, that one is going to be up and away for ball number 2. So it's a 2-ball, no strike count. We are just underway. Byers always from the stretch, kicks and fires, and that fastball going to miss away. And that will be ball number 3. So it's a 3-ball, no strike count. Salinas probably going to have the take sign on here. As Byers sets and deals, Salinas shows bunt, pulls it back, but it is still going to be right down the pipe. And that will be a called strike 1. So it'll be a 3-1 count on the wind in the pitch, and that one is going to miss low, ball 4, and Salinas will work the walk. And so with one on and nobody out, the Cats have started exactly like they want to in this one. So now to be Luis Garcia coming up to the plate. Garcia, the shortstop, plays in the field righty, but bats lefty. Salinas over at first as Armendariz holds him on. Byers checks the runner, kicks and fires, and that one is going to be high for ball number 1. Outfield playing fairly deep and straight away. Not a lot of wind here this afternoon. As Luis, the open stance, waggles the bat, waits the pitch, swung on, and that one is heading to the parking lot. Please don't hit the white Toyota. I would appreciate that. And it'll even the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Rodriguez plays in at third just a little bit. Lovington in the road blues. The white pants, white letters and numbers, and the wide in the pitch. And that one is up and away. And it'll be a 2-ball and 1 strike count. So 2-1 the count. Garcia steps out, now back in. Getting about a step and a half off of first is Salinas as Byers kicks and fires, swung on. That one is going to be popped up over on the left side. Rodriguez gives chase in front of the Lovington dugout, but that one...
No, he got it.
He got it. Yep, he got it right in front of the dugout. And so Luis pops it up over to the left side, and Rodriguez gets to it. And that'll be out number 1. Got under that one a little bit and just popped it up. So that'll bring Micah Pondo to the plate. Pondo getting the start on the hill here in game number 1. Only game we've got today. We've got a doubleheader tomorrow at our place. We'll talk more about that. As Byers will check the runner, kick and fire, and check swing for Micah. Should have gone anyway, as it was on the outside corner for strike 1. So an 0-ball, 1 strike count. Armendariz holding on the runner, the wind in the pitch, and that one is going to be shot over to 13th Street to our right. And Micah down in the count now, no balls and 2 strikes. So the 0-ball, 2 strike count. We are just underway here in the top of the first. Salinas worked the leadoff walk. Then a pop out by Garcia. And Pondo at the plate, and that one dies away. And it'll wind up being a 1-ball, 2 strike count. Nice afternoon for baseball, about 80 degrees. We get underway here in Artesia this afternoon. As hopping off the mound is Byers, and Sliding back in is Salinas. Of course, other than the mound, it is complete turf here at Brainerd Park in Artesia. And the 1-2 pitch, that one is going to be high and evens things up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So the 2-ball, 2-strike count, 1 down, 1 on. Cats in their first at-bat of the ball game. Lovington 0-3 coming in district. Artesia 3-0. And the 2-2 pitch swung on and missed. It gets away from the catcher. Well, they're going to say Huffman had it long enough. And so Pondo will go down swinging for out number 2. So now it'll bring the cleanup hitter Aceves to the plate as Jonathan will step in. Of course, expect him to get a start tomorrow. Probably in game number 2, if I had to guess, in the opening game tomorrow. But we'll see. Salinas leads off of first, only about a step and a half. Byers will kick and fire to Jonathan, and it catches the outside corner, and that'll be strike number 1.
Beautiful afternoon here. Just a little bit of a breeze blowing from right to left.
In and slightly out. The 0-1 pitch swung on and missed as Byers takes a little bit off of that one and gets Aceves out in front for strike 1. 352 down the left field line, 349 right field line, and 355 to dead center. And you do have a mini monster out there. And the pitch curveball, and did that catch him? Oh, no, it did not. As it fouled off the knob of the bat and into the glove of Huffman. So it will technically be a pop-out
to the catcher.
For out number 3. Oy. Yeah. So leadoff walk goes for naught. We've played a half inning. Lovington 0, Artesia coming to bat. This is Wildcat Baseball on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com.
Attention shoppers. Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Devon Energy is proud to support the athletic programs of Lovington High School this season. By partnering with local schools in Lovington, Devon is making an investment in the long-term future of the community. Sports teach discipline, teamwork, and leadership. Skills our youth will use to succeed for a lifetime. From the Devon team to yours, Devon Energy wishes you good luck this season, both on the field and in the classroom. Go Wildcats!
And welcome back to Lovington Baseball. In the top of the first inning, there were no runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left on base. We go to the bottom of the first inning. Artesia coming up to the bat, and with the call, here is TJ Miracle.
Thank you very much, Dawn Morgan. As we come into this one, Lovington worked the leadoff walk, but then had a little trouble as Byers kind of handcuffs him there, and then just one of those weird bounces in baseball as it comes off the knob of the bat of Aceves and into the glove of the Artesia catcher. So Ethan Ramirez will lead things off for Artesia. Of course, game 1 of a 3-game series. Second year we've done the home and away 3-game series. Have a doubleheader tomorrow night for you at our place, but got to worry about tonight. So Artesia comes out there in the home whites with the orange pinstripes and the orange letters and numbers. Micah Pondo on the hill for the Wildcats. Hernandez is his battery mate. We'll set the defense for you momentarily. In the wide in the first pitch, and ding-dong, that one's right in the number 9 in the back of Ramirez. So hit by the pitch. And so that'll bring up the shortstop, Estrada. Pondo is the pitcher, Hernandez the catcher. You've got Pata, Salinas, Garcia, and Weiser from first to third. Sanchez, Ochoa, Aceves in the outfield from left to right. Weiser will suck in just a little bit on third. Pata holding on the runner over at first. So Pondo will set, deliver, and that one will be up and in, and ball number 1 to Estrada. No, 1 ball, no strike count to Estrada. Runner at first. It was Ramirez who was hit by the pitch. Pondo will check on that runner. Now he'll come to the plate. Fastball. That one right at the top of the zone. And will even the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. So it's a 1 ball, 1 strike count. Outfield playing fairly deep. Ochoa, step or two over towards right center as that one is going to be popped up over on the right side. That one may bring down an airplane as Salinas will go over and make the grab with his heels on the grass deep in the hole almost behind first, and it'll be a pop out to the second baseman, and there is one down. Now Nevian Molina, the center fielder, comes to the plate for Artesia. Where's Lovington looking to right on the edge of playoff contention. Right now they are 16th in the state. The wide of the pitch, and that one is going to be shot back to the screen foul for strike one. Artesia right now is ranked 7th in the state in Class 4A, while Lovington number 16. 16 would get you into the playoffs, but it would probably be a very long road trip. You want to try and improve that as much as you can as they're going to change baseballs out. So it's a no ball, one strike count as Molina will settle back in. He puts the toes right on the front of the box on a pickoff attempt, and back in safely is Ramirez. Pana, of course, holding him on over there. Infield goes to double play depth. The number 3 hitter Molina at the plate. You want a hard grounder if you can get it. So Pondo will check the runners, kicks and fires, swung on, and that one is going to be popped up over on the left side. Ryan on the horse, and he's going to go over, but that one is going to get just behind the Lovington dugout. Now to play for strike 2. No, the no ball, 2 strike count. As you mentioned, an absolutely gorgeous afternoon for baseball here in Artesia.
Yep, sunshine for the most part and light breeze.
Compared to yesterday's breeze, I'll take this all day long.
I think we are. I didn't check the temp, but.
And the wind and the pitch swung on, and that one is going to be drilled, but it's going to curve foul and go out of play back by the Artesia batting cages. So the count will stay at no balls and 2 strikes. Yeah, I think it was about 80 when we got out of the car, so a no ball, 2 strike count as Ramirez leads about a step off of first. Pata holds him on. Pondo takes a long look into Hernandez, who relays the signs out from Coach Areola in the dugout. And now timeout going to be asked for and granted. Of course, just one game today. We'll have the doubleheader tomorrow for you here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel.
And, of course, that'll be at Wildcat Field in the Love City.
Yes, it will. And the 0-2 pitch, and that one is going to be in the dirt. Bounces, gets away from Jaden, and on the wild pitch, that will move Ramirez over to second base. So now Artesia has a runner in scoring position.
Right, didn't even earn his spot on there. It was a hit batter and now moved over on a wild pitch. So 1 out, 1 on.
Just have to worry about finding that strike.
That's right.
If you are Pondo. So now it could change things a little bit, though. I doubt you're going to see Molina bunt. And the pitch, and that one will be away for ball number 2. With 2 strikes, obviously you wouldn't bunt, but they're now going to be very important to get him out, though, because then you might, well, you probably wouldn't think about having your cleanup hitter bunt either, but then again, Coach Ortiz can do some things, and that one is going to be a little shot, goes right up the middle. It is handled deep by Garcia. He's going to take the only play he's got, and then that one's going to be airmailed by Paru, puts the hands on the head, and that will score Ramirez. Molina is out 6-3 for out number 2, but the error, the E3, is going to score the run, and that'll put Artesia up 1-0. So the bases will be cleared for the cleanup hitter Byers to the plate, as Artesia on an error will take the 1-0 lead. You can't beat yourself when you're playing a top 10 squad.
No, you got to try to play mistake-free if you can.
First pitch to Byers, pitcher-on-pitcher duel. He fights that one off the hands and shoots it out of play down the right side for strike number 1. So a no ball, 1 strike count. Byers out, now he's back in.
You just don't want to hand any advantages to a team that's already very good.
And the 0-1 pitch, and that one is going to be just high.
Just.
And leaving the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. So the 1 ball, 1 strike count. 2 down, but nobody on. A run across for Artesia here in the bottom of the first. 1-1 pitch, and that fastball outside corner, let her high. Nice pitch from Micah, and that
Very
makes
nice.
it a 1 ball, 2 strike count.
Had a little bit of late movement on that, and looked really good from here, and speed, too.
As Hernandez will flash the signs. And the 1-2 pitch, and that one is going to be low. And the count will even up at 2 balls, 2 strikes. So the 2-2 count. Everybody pretty much at their normal positions. 1-0. Artesia takes the lead on a Lovington error. And the 2-2 pitch swung on and missed. Ring him up and sit him down. Down goes Byers swinging for out number 3. But a hit by pitch, a wild pitch, and then an error scores a run for Artesia. We've played an inning here at Brainerd Park. It's Artesia 1, Lovington nothing. Back for more Lovington Wildcat softball in a moment as we continue on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
When it comes to your hard-earned money, selecting the right bank is vital. Hi, I'm David Campbell, president of First American Bank in Lovington. First American Bank in Lovington is part of this community, so bank with trusted partners you know, and trusted partners that are part of this area we call home. First American Bank offers all the advantages big corporate banks do, and we do our banking with hometown support and commitment. Choose First American Bank, 19 West Washington in Lovington. We want to earn your trust, then earn your business.
And welcome back to Wildcat Baseball on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com. In the bottom of the first inning, Artesia put on 1 run with no hits. There was 1 error committed. Nobody left on base. We go to top of the second. Lovington coming up to bat. And with the call, here's TJ Miracle.
Thank you very much, Dawn Morgan. Jaden Hernandez will lead it off. He'll be followed by Nick Pata, then Ryan Weiser. It'll be 5, 6, and 7. Due up for the Cats now in a 1-run hole. So Hernandez, the number 5 hitter and catcher for the Cats. We'll get ready. Byers still on the hill for the Bulldogs, and the first pitch will be outside corner, letter high, strike 1. The ump has called that pitch consistently through the first inning plus. If he's going to call it, you better start swinging at it. And the 0-1 pitch, that one away, and evens it up at 1 ball and 1 strike. So the 1 ball, 1 strike count. As Byers again sets quickly, kicks, fires, fastball high. Jaden goes up after it. I think it probably would have been a strike anyway. So he might as well take a rip at it. That's what I just told him to do, and he did it. So it's a 1 ball, 2 strike count. And the pitch from Byers, he'll throw the fastball away, and the count will even up at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Byers a pretty quick worker out there. He gets the ball, and he does not waste much time. Now got to protect the plate if you're Hernandez. Catcher sets up right over the middle. 2-2 pitch swung on, and that one will be chopped foul and onto the screening in front of the Lovington dugout, and we'll reset at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Great to have you with us wherever you are today around the world on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel, HobbsAmerica.com. So a 2 ball, 2 strike count to Hernandez, leading things off for Lovington here in the second, and the pitch swung on and missed. Got him down. It's dropped by Huffman, who will toss it down, and that'll be Huffman's first throw down, and Byers' second K of the ball game, and that'll bring Nick Pata now to the plate.
And the bright side to 2 strikeouts is both of the Wildcats have gone down swinging, so they're taking cuts at it. They're trying to see the ball, and the only way that you can get better at gauging the ball and trying to hit the ball is get it off your shoulder. If it looks like it's hittable, if it looks like it's a strike and in the zone, so.
First pitch to Pata. That one is going to be up, and away, and back into the retaining wall. Nobody on, so no harm, no foul. It's just ball number 1. Then the 1 ball, no strike count. Cats and the Dogs from here in Artesia today. 1-0 pitch from Byers to Parr, swung on, and that one is heading to the top of the concession stand in the ticket booth and evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. So a 1 ball, 1 strike count. One down here in the top of the second. And the pitch from Byers, breaking ball in the turf for ball number 2.
And Lovington would like to go ahead and get a runner on, bring them in. They trail by 1-0 your score here in the top of the second.
Open stance for Pata as he waits as Byers delivers the fastball outside corner, frame nicely by Huffman. Think would have been a strike anyway. So the count will even up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So go ahead, Don. So the 2-2 count is Byers kicks and fires, and that one right down the pipe as Parra knows it. He's going, what was I thinking? That'll be back-to-back Ks for Byers, and it'll be the third strikeout of the ball game for Byers. So now 2 down as Ryan Weiser will step to the plate.
And I think I jinxed it by talking about the other 2 strikeouts. Wildcats going down swinging. I think I jinxed that on poor Nick Pata.
First pitch to Ryan is away for ball 1. Weiser with probably the best baseball speed I have seen in a long time. If he can find something to the gaps, I mean, he's gone. And the 1-0 pitch, and that one is going to be low and away, ball 2. Got to get him on, though.
Right. Lovington got their runner on a walk, or a hit batter rather, and moved to second in scoring position with a walk.
As the wind and the 2-0 pitch swung on, and that one is going to the gap in right center field. Heading back is Armendariz. That's going to get over his head and go all the way to the wall. It is off the wall. Weiser on his horse. He is going to pull up at second, though, as Armendariz will toss it quickly in to the cutoff man. That is Estrada, but it is a 2-out double for Ryan Weiser off the wall out in right. And there is 2 down, but now a man in scoring position for the Cats.
Yeah, maybe a little 2-out rally here. And that was a beautiful hit. Just teed off on it. Very strong. I thought it might have had enough to get over the wall when it left the bat.
You know, and I think this is my 17th season calling games here. I'm not sure I've ever seen a home run in this park. Maybe one. And the wind in the first pitch as Gonzalez goes right over the top for strike number 1. Now, take that back. There was a couple last year.
Okay.
This park plays deceptively big, though, because it is.
Okay.
And because there is a curve, so it goes a little bit, goes out behind the second light pole and
right.
curves back. Yeah, I kind of see that now that I look at
right?
it. So it kind of gets a little bigger. So you always ask the locals. They generally know. And so a no ball, 1 strike count as Byers thought about picking off Weiser, and now he'll come to the plate, and that one is going to be on the outside corner. Gonzalez watches a pretty good pitch into the glove of Huffman for strike 2.
Yeah, he flinched on it. He kind of he thought about it, just didn't offer.
So now you've got to go if it's close. At no balls, 2 strikes. Big lead for Ryan at second, and swung on and missed. Strike 3. So Byers will strike out the side around a 2-out double by Ryan Weiser. So 4 up, 3 down for the Cats after an inning and a half. It's Artesia 1, Lovington nothing. Back for more Wildcat baseball after this here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com.
Introducing a smarter, easier way to manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called SmartHub. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime, with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the SmartHub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcecnet.com and look for the SmartHub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely with SmartHub. Lee County Electric, owned by those you serve.
Stone Oilfield Services says many traffic fatalities may be caused by an intoxicated driver. So do yourself and your community a favor and remember the 3 C's of safety: caution, courtesy, and above all, common sense. Safe and sober driving is everyone's responsibility. That message was from Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington, a name you can trust and depend on. For quality and integrity, call 575-396-1840. From the Stone family and staff at Stone Oilfield Services.
Welcome to Wildcat Baseball. Welcome back to Artesia. This is on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com. And in the top of the second inning, Lovington scored no runs on 1 hit. There were no errors committed and 1 left on base. So we go to the bottom of the second inning. Artesia coming up to the plate, and with the call, here's DJ Miracle.
Thank you very much, Dawn Morgan. Julian Rodriguez, the third baseman, will lead it off as the first pitch from Pondo will be up and in. For ball 1, it'll be Rodriguez, Jesse Armendariz, and Aiden Huffman, 5, 6, and 7, due up for the Bulldogs here. Pondo shakes off a couple from Hernandez. Now he's ready, kicks and fires. That'll be a chopper, and it's going to be handled deep in the hole by Garcia. Long throw across and gets away from Pata and will go to the fence, but gets to it fast enough that Rodriguez not able to move on. And so I think he would have beat that out anyway.
So we're going to call that an infield
single? I think we're going to call that an infield single. And since he didn't advance, no error on the play.
Okay.
And so now it'll be Jesse Armendariz to the plate, the right fielder for the Bulldogs, with a runner on, nobody out.
In the bottom of the second inning here, Artesia leading 1-0 over Lovington. Lovington would like to keep them from getting any more in this at bat.
Pondo deals, and that one is going to be popped up on the bunt. It's going to bounce,
trouble.
and they will go to second, and they will get the lead runner as Salinas charges up and gets that, and then we'll toss it over to Garcia. So Rodriguez will be out 4-6 for out number one, and Armendariz will reach on the fielder's choice. Yeah, that one he just popped up in the air, and that's really what got Rodriguez, because he had to go back and wait for it to see what it was going to do so he could tag up and then take off. So now it'll be Huffman to the plate, the catcher, with one down, still a runner on. Just a different runner now is Armendariz. Gets the little lead as Pata holds him on. Pondo kicks and fires, and strike one swinging as Huffman goes over the top of that little breaker.
Huffman looking very anxious at the bat. Anxious to move that runner around. Artesia would like to increase their lead here. Lovington with one out now.
Not much of a lead for Armendariz over at first, but Parra holds him on. The 0-1 pitch swung on and missed. Change up that time as Micah took quite a bit off of that one. And Huffman thinking fastball, not ready for the off speed, and it's a no ball, 2 strike count. So Pondo, a pretty quick worker too, fires in and swing and a miss. Ring him up, sit him down. Second K of the ball game for Pondo, and there is 2 down for the Bulldogs. Then that'll be Diego Zamora to the plate, the second baseman. Now he walks through the left side box, goes all the way through the right side box, and
let's see.
Now he's ready to step into the box. Interesting watching hitters and the way they approach their. Everybody has their own way of doing it. First pitch, that's a hard shot on the ground. Hoovered up by Garcia, and he'll just take it himself the short way and tap second and get Armendariz on the ground out to the shortstop, and Zamora with a fielder's choice, but that is 3 away, so Artesia does not add anything. We've played 2. From here at Brainerd Park, it's Artesia 1, Lovington nothing. Wildcat Baseball continues in a moment on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com. It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle is new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that help keeps your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Napa, get up and go.
We're the pharmacy that you've trusted for over 75 years. Being open for that length of time can only happen with consistency, service, and local engagement. Now Pharmacy has supported the local youth in City of Lovington for over 75 years. When you need a pharmacist, you can trust that Now Pharmacy will be there for your needs. Go by Now Pharmacy located at 122 West Adams in Lovington today. Now Pharmacy, a proud supporter of the Lovington Wildcats.
And welcome back to Wildcat Baseball from Artesia on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com. In the bottom of the second inning, Artesia scored no runs on 1 hit. There were no errors committed, 1 left on base, and we go to the top of the third inning, Artesia leading 1-0. And with the call, here's TJ Miracle.
Cameron Ochoa will lead it off. He'll be followed by Cesar Salinas and Luis Garcia. 9-1-2 due up for the Cats as we move into the third inning. So the first pitch from Byers to Ochoa as he fights that one off the knob of the bat. That's 2 that Lovington's fouled off that way, and it'll be strike 1.
Gotta make up the decision, I guess. Make that decision to swing a little earlier, maybe.
So a no ball, 1 strike count. Byers quickly back to work, and the pitch. That one's right down the pipe, knee high.
Oof. That was a fast
Cameron
one, too.
probably not going to see a better pitch than that all season.
Fastball. He sets up really close to the front of the box with both feet. It's a closed
it's a neutral,
stance.
Neutral or closed stance. And the 0-2 pitch, and that one just a little bit outside and going to get away from Huffman, and it'll be ball number 1.
So I can see why his hands are kind of hanging out over the inside corner. So, hitting it with the knob of the bat's probably common occurrence for him.
Huffman
maybe
sets up outside, and the 1-2 is going to be high and even things up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So the 2-ball, 2-strike count. Top of the third inning, Artesia with a 1-0 lead. Outfield straightaway and deep, infield just their normal positions. 2-2 pitch, and Gammon going to watch that one run outside for ball number 3. So first full count of the game, worked by Byers. So now Ochoa going to do what he can to see if he can get himself on. And the payoff pitch, and that one is going to be called. Strike 3 is just nips the outside corner and Ochoa goes down looking. That'll be the 5th K of the ball game for Byers, and it'll turn things back over to the top of the Lovington lineup with Salinas. Cesar will step in.
He's also really way up front in the box.
First pitch, and that one is going to be high to Salinas for ball number 1. Salinas worked the 5 pitch walk back in the first. And the pitch swung on, and that one will be high in the air going out to left center, and that one is going to drop in front of a charging Molina. And so the little shot out to left center, and it'll be a 1-out single. Salinas is on now as Luis Garcia steps to the plate.
Nice, solid hit. I like that Lovington, when they're making contact with the ball, it's solid, so a good job. Of course, the harder the pitch, the harder the hit. You just have to time it and make good contact with the bat.
So Garcia will step in, the shortstop for these Wildcats. Popped down into foul ground to the third baseman Rodriguez back in the first. He's 0 for 1. Shows bunt and puts it down and misses. The bunt and run was on, so Salinas will get the stolen base as he moves to second. And it is strike 1 for Garcia, who just whiffed on the bunt. And now a runner at second. Big lead for Salinas, and the pitch is up and away to Garcia and evens the count at 1-1.
And even though Garcia missed the bunt, still the act of bunting kind of created a screen in front of the catcher and made it a little more difficult for the catcher to be trying a throw.
1-1 pitch, and that one is going to bounce off the plate and get away from Huffman, but he does a nice job coming down close to the third baseline, staying in front of it to keep Salinas stapled over there at second. Cesar was ready to go, but decided he didn't want to risk Huffman's arm just yet.
Yeah, I think that was a little respect for Huffman's arm. These two teams, of course, having played each other in the past many times.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty aware of each other. Oh, sure.
2-1 pitch, and that one is going to be low for ball number 3. So a 3-ball, 1-strike count. Salinas going to be looking for something to drive here. He's going to have the green light, or rather Garcia. Salinas going to be looking to take flight. So a 3-ball, 1-strike count. Byers has the sign from Huffman, and the 3-1 pitch swung on, and that'll be a chopper foul down the first baseline. And so that'll run the count full to Luis Garcia.
Some pitchers take a lot more time in their delivery once they have base runners. And, Byers really, there's not much difference here. He's a quick worker no matter if nobody's on or if he's got runner, which Lovington is.
Huffman sets up outside as Byers going to step off the rubber, and Cesar heads back to second. Now he's going to lead off again. So Byers ready to go. To Garcia, and a pickoff attempt as Salinas back in as that one sails a little bit. Zamora stabs it out of the air and tosses it back, so a pickoff attempt at second.
And a full count on Garcia.
And Garcia back in with the open stance from right at the back of the left side box. Payoff pitch swung on. That one is heading out of play and over to the parking lot, actually over pretty much the softball field, and we'll reset it 3-2 once again. So a 3-ball, 2-strike count, 1 down. Runner at second is Salinas, who had a single, then stole second. Byers looks into Huffman.
Stolen.
And the payoff pitch swung on, and that'll be a chop shot. Coming up and getting it is Estrada. He'll come up and fire over, and it is out of the glove of Armendariz as Salinas going to make it over to third, and Garcia going to be on the E3. So now Cats at the corners and Lovington in business with the heart of the lineup coming up as Micah Pondo will step in with a chance to help himself, trailing 1-0.
So just 1 out. Runners at the corners, and a good chance for Lovington here as they trail by 1-0 your score to go ahead, even it up, maybe go ahead of Artesia.
So Pondo with runners at the corners, 1 down, first pitch, and the runner goes. The throw down, and that one is going to sail just a little bit. Snap throw down to third, and Cesar dives in, and he will be safe just out of the tag. He didn't slide until extremely late. Yeah, and Coach Ortiz is going to come out. He wants to talk about it. Yeah, Garcia will have the stolen base, but I think the umps are going to talk about it.
I think, at least to my eye in real time, it looked like he just barely hooked the bag with his hand in time before he got tagged.
And the home plate umpire is going to overrule Salinas, and Coach Robert Areola is going to come, and he is going to start barking, and he's saying that that shouldn't happen. And so Salinas is going to be out, and Coach Areola not a happy camper. As Salinas got caught napping a little bit. So it'll be 4-3 on Cesar. Or I'm sorry, 4-5. You don't see that every day for out number 2. And Salinas will head to the dugout. So 2 down now. Still a runner at second. And Pondo at the plate.
Well, maybe this will fire Lovington up a little. Of course, they're doing fine motivation-wise, but when something like this happens, it either kills your momentum or it fires you up.
And it's a no ball, no ball, 1 strike count to Pondo too. So a little bit of injury to insult. Garcia at second. Byers will check him, and the wind in the pitch, and that one knee high outside corner, and it is now no balls and 2 strikes to Pondo. Pondo 0 for 1 was a strikeout victim last time up. Doesn't want that to happen again with the neon green bat ready to go through the zone. The 0-2 pitch, and that one is going to be in the turf for ball number 1. The 1 ball, 2 strike count. I do like that the turf fields, because we don't get dirt in our face, but changes the way we have to call it. And the 1-2 pitch swung on, and that's a comebacker right up the middle. Going to find its way through. Garcia on his horse. He is going to round third, heading home. Will slide in, and it'll be an RBI single for Micah Pondo, and we are tied at 1 as that'll cash in Garcia from second. Pondo moves to second on the throw in, and we are all tied at 1 apiece. Cats and the Dogs.
Nice work, and I think that's a little baseball karma as, Lovington lost their lead runner in that pickoff at third base, but they managed to go ahead and get a run in anyway. I think that's karma.
So Danny McMullen will check in as the courtesy runner for Pondo, the pitcher, as Jonathan Aceves will step to the plate. Aceves popped out on a weird 2-strike foul into the glove.
So Lovington back with a runner on second in scoring position here.
And McMullen with good speed as the first pitch to Aceves is going to be low for ball number 1. Now Jonathan going to look to try and keep the line moving, all tied at 1 apiece here, top 3. Byers will kick and fire the curveball. That one breaks late and
breaks
right over the
his
head of Aceves for ball 2.
And if he hadn't ducked, that would have been a ding or a ding-dong.
Yeah, we don't want to see any more of those.
No.
So with 2 ball, no strike count, and the pitch swung on and missed. Aceves had a good pitch and just misfired on it, strike 1.
Byers took a little off of that. And Aceves just didn't look comfortable in the box when he swung.
Huffman sets up well outside as Byers will deal the 2-1 ding-dong as through the breaking ball. It didn't break at all. Well, right into the back between the 1 and the 6 for Jonathan, and so hit by the pitch. And now there'll be Cats at first and second with Jaden Hernandez to the plate.
Well, that was a baseball psychic moment for me there, I guess.
So McMullen running for Pondo at second. Now Aceves over at first. As Hernandez steps in, 0 for 1, was a strikeout victim his last time up. Everybody leading off. And the pitch, and that one is going to be in the turf for ball number 1 to Hernandez. Not sure why Byers has started trying to throw more breaking stuff. He seemed to be pretty good when he was just throwing fastballs and changeups, but as he shakes off a couple, now he has what he wants from Huffman. He'll check the runners and the 1-0 pitch to Hernandez, and that's a chop shot going to find its way through between third and short. McMullen on the horse, rounds third. He is heading home. The throw comes in, and it is going to get away from the catcher Huffman and go up the line. Aceves is coming down, and they're going to throw it down, and Jonathan is burned, but McMullen will score as he will come in and give Lovington the 2-0 lead. So Aceves is going to be thrown out 3-2. For out number 3, Hernandez with an RBI single, but the inning ends as we head to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Lovington in the lead, 2-1. This is Wildcat Baseball from New Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports.
Western States Insurance.
Why choose Western States Insurance as your independent insurance agent? Because Western States Insurance is more than an insurance agency. They're a people agency dedicated to the insurance needs of their customers. Western States Insurance is large enough to provide the products you demand and small enough to offer you personal service.
We've got you covered. Western States Insurance.
Call 396-1318 or go by 212 North Love in Lovington.
Lovington Schools proudly supports their athletic teams and wants to encourage all teachers, students, and staff to keep pressing on. Wildcats, you are winners on and off of the court. Lovington Municipal Schools are proud of holding the utmost and highest standards. Go out there and be proud to be part of the Big Blue. For more information on what is happening now at Lovington Schools, log on to lovingtonschools.net and bet you won't be disappointed. Go Big Blue. 3 claps and a woo!
And welcome back to Wildcat Baseball on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com as Lovington surges ahead of Artesia. Your score is 2-1. And in the top of the third inning, Lovington scored the 2 runs on 3 hits. There was 1 error committed, 1 left on base, and we go to the bottom of the third. And with the call, here's TJ Miracle.
Thank you very much, Don Morgan. Frankie Galindo leads it off for Artesia, and then they'll turn it over to the top of their lineup, Ramirez and Estrada. Just a quick reminder, thanks for watching on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel. We are 9 away from somebody getting $100 worth of my money. Not worth of my money, it's a $100 bill. So tell your family and friends, subscribe to the Lovington Sports YouTube channel, and once we hit 1,000, one of those 1,000 will get $100 of my money. So Galindo will step in as Pondo kicks and fires, and that one is going to be shot into the screen for strike number 1. Micah Pondo still on the hill for the Wildcats and has now been staked to a 2-1 lead after a 2-run top of the third for the Wildcats.
Galindo's first look at Pondo in this game.
Micah kicks and fires, fastball outside corner, nice pitch, and that'll make it a no-ball, 2-strike count. In the outfield, playing fairly deep and straight away. Infield right now just at their normal position. Salinas pretty deep in the hole over at second, as Hernandez sets up well outside. And the 0-2 pitch swung on, and that'll be a chop shot foul. And will bounce off the retaining wall as Coach Ariola comes and retrieves it and fires out to the mound. Pretty good arm there for Coach Ariola.
He's kept his skills up, I think is what they say, right?
I think so. Robert Ariola returning as the head coach this season for the Wildcats.
And remains the athletic director for Lovington overall.
Yes, he does. So a no-ball, 2-strike count to Galindo. Hernandez sets outside, and the 0-2 pitch again fought off the fists and into the screen in front of the Artesia dugout. So we'll reset it. No balls, 2 strikes as Galindo's fought off a couple of pretty good pitches from Pondo to stay alive. So he'll step out now, step back in. Is Pondo ready to go? And the 0-2 delivery, and that one is going to be just off the outside corner. And it'll run the count to 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pretty good pitch there, though.
Pretty good pitch. Ump really leaned on it and took a look. I think he made the right call. I think it was just a little outside. It was. It missed, but not by much.
And the 1-2 delivery, and that fastball is going to be low for ball number 2.
That went over the plate, but it was low.
So a 2-ball, 2-strike count. Leading off top of the third, bottom of the third inning, Frankie Galindo, the number 9 hitter for Artesia. And the 2-2 pitch on the way, curveball, and that one going to get away from Jaden and go back to the screen, and now it's a full count. So how big are those couple of fouls that he fought off to take it from an 0-2 count to now a full count? First Artesia hitter that's seen a full count today from Pondo.
Yeah, pretty efficient pitching so far.
So as Micah will be ready to go, and he's ready, and the payoff pitch, and that one is up and in. A little chin music. Ball 4 loses him. So from 0-2 to a walk as Galindo heads down to first off the walk. And now it'll be Ethan Ramirez to the plate. Ramirez was hit by a pitch on the very first pitch of the game and then moved to second on a wild pitch and then scored on an error.
And that was the first walk issued by Pondo in this game.
Yes, it was. Good observation. Not much of a lead for Galindo, but he'll be going as the throw down from Hernandez and not going to be in time. Is coming over and getting it is Garcia, but just
the throw
not
was
enough. Yeah, it was good. Not enough to get the speedy Galindo.
Exactly. It was right on target. It was a good throw, just not hard enough to be able to get him. It was right on target, though.
Oh, wow. And it was ball 1 to Ramirez at the plate. So a 1-ball, no strike count. I thought he'd left the bat down, but disagreed. And the pitch up high for ball number 2.
Pondo just needs to settle things down and find the zone again. He's been doing a very serviceable job for Lovington so far in the first couple of innings.
So a 2-ball, no strike count. Heading over towards second is Salinas, and the pitch is high for ball number 3. Lovington has done a nice job defensively behind him, so you just want to throw the strike and see what happens. A 3-0 count. He's going to show bunt, although I'm thinking the take's going to be on, and that fastball will be in there. Now it's a 3-ball, 1-strike count.
And as a batter, you don't ever want to assume what the call is, and because that can happen, especially if it's close. The ump may decide that it's a strike.
And the 3-1 pitch, and that one is going to be up and in, ball 4. So back-to-back walks issued by Pondo, and that'll have Bulldogs at first and second as Coach Robert Ariola going to come out and have a word with his battery. Of course, while we've got a moment, big thanks to all of our great sponsors. You see them on the bottom of the screen there. Couldn't do this without their help and support. Please support all those great folks. Of course, we are on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com. Do remember, please subscribe to that Lovington Sports YouTube channel. Once we hit the magic number 1,000, one of those subscribers is going to get $100 of my money. Not coming from our sponsors, not coming from the stations, coming out of my pocket. Is just a way of saying thank you for watching Lovington Wildcat and Lady Cat Sports.
It looked like Coach Ariella went off and talked a little bit with Pondo, and Pondo motioned to the rubber. Maybe he's just having a little bit suddenly something wrong with the mechanics with his stance or delivery or how he's coming off the mound. He seemed to indicate that he's just struggling just a little bit with that, trying to get back to the form from the earlier in the game.
First pitch to Estrada is a ball, and the second pitch is high for ball number 2.
So,
and, yeah, sometimes the area right in front, and, you know, the pitchers themselves and the umpires supposed to kind of be keeping an eye on how much that's getting dug out.
Sometimes it can become
2-0
quite a
pitch.
hole.
That fastball is away for ball number 3.
And that mound looks just a bit uneven to me. It looks like it slopes down just a little bit on that right side more than on the left side. That is more than the right. The pitcher's left, not our right.
Pondo steps off the rubber and looks back Galindo to second. So Galindo at second, Ramirez at first, and the 3-0 pitch on the outside corner called strike 1.
So good job, Pondo, finding the strike, throwing it when he needed to.
So Pondo sets in the 3-1 pitch, and that one is going to be high and away for ball 4. He took off before the ump called. I was thinking, he may get called back. So it is 3 consecutive walks to load the bases up for the Bulldogs. Estrada at first, Ramirez at second, Galindo at third, nobody out. And now the number 3 hitter, Molina, to the plate. Molina with a hard ground out to the shortstop his last time up, so he's 0 for 1. Lovington with a 2-1 lead here, but Artesia threatening to try and break things open here in the bottom of the third. Pondo all of a sudden having a little trouble finding the strike zone as he'll kick and deal, and that one is going to get away as it sails as Galindo going to come in on the wild pitch, and everybody else moves around, and we are tied now at 2 apiece. So Galindo comes in on the wild pitch. Ramirez goes to second, or rather to third. Estrada to second.
And first base is open now.
And it's ball 1 now to Molina. That one, I don't know if he was trying to throw the curve and it just kind of hung a little bit on him and then came off the tips of the fingers and went wild, but
he's just suddenly having some problems with the mechanics of his throw and his delivery.
No
something
problem.
about his motion delivery or something the way he's holding the ball, something.
No problem with the fastball in the outside corner there, and that's a 1-ball, 1-strike count.
Maybe he should throw more of that while he's got the groove.
1-1 pitch, and that one is going to be a fastball up high for ball number 2. So 1 run across for the Bulldogs. Nobody out. They've tied it up at 2, and they're getting into the heart of the order. Number 3 hitter Molina at the plate. The 2-1 pitch swung on. That's a hard shot right to Pata, who smartly just takes it and takes the out. They trade the run for the out. So Ramirez will score. Molina with a sacrifice ground out RBI. And now it is 3-2 in favor of the Bulldogs as Estrada will move over to second. But that is just out number 1.
No, Estrada moves over to third.
Estrada to third, thank you. And so now Jack Byers to the plate. Byers 0 for 1. 1 out, runner at third. 2 runs across here for Artesia as they have retaken the lead now 3-2. So Pondo trying to minimize the damage here as he'll deliver to his counterpart a fastball outside corner, strike 1.
A beautiful pitch. Maybe Pondo getting back to form. See if he can do that consistently.
So Byers back in as Pondo kicks and fires. That one right to Pata, and he'll take it himself over and touch third, and was basically mad dogging Estrada the whole way.
That's right.
So gets the ground out for out number 2, but it keeps Estrada stapled over on the third base bag, and now there is 2 away for the Bulldogs as Julian Rodriguez to the plate. Rodriguez with an infield single his last time up. So he's 1 for 1, now 2 down. As Pondo ready to go, Hernandez sets up outside, and the first pitch is going to be just inside for ball 1. So the 1 ball, no strike count. As Pondo taking a little more time and timeout, as they're going to call the balk on Micah Pondo. As they say, he came set, came down, and then he couldn't do that, and so a balk is going to score the 4th run for Artesia. Lovington has had some balk problems. That cost him some, as here comes Robert Areola. He's going to bark at the head official. And a couple of balks against Goddard cost the Wildcats a couple of runs last week. As Areola, I think, correctly saying, what did he do? He came up, he came set, he didn't ever stop his delivery in motion. So you got to be kidding me. And that's, I think, what he's talking about. And now the officials are going to go talk about it. As it stands right now, it's 4-2 Artesia, as it'll clear the bases off, as the official's going to talk about it.
And after 2 unassisted plays by the first baseman for outs 1 and 2, now the bases are cleared. But
and Coach Areola's still talking, and he wants to talk to the other umpire. So he's telling him what he saw. And,
well,
and out on the mound, Pondo going, what did I do? I did this, and that's...
Rightly so. The coach has to find out why the umpire is calling the balk so that they can fix the problem. If they don't communicate that clearly, he can't let his pitcher know, quit doing this or you're going to keep getting called on the balk, right? So he's got to not just advocate for the player, but just find out why they're calling the balk and try to...
So now the bases are clear, and the 1-0 pitch, and that fastball is going to be up and in for ball number 2. Then with 2 ball, no strike count. So 2 outs, nobody on, as 3 runs have come across for Artesia here in this bottom of the 3rd inning. And the 2-0 pitch, fastball, that one is in there, yes, sir. And make it a 2 ball, 1 strike count.
Beautiful pitch.
So 2-1. Pondo looks in, has the sign from Hernandez, and the 2-1. That fastball inside corner, yes, sir, evens it up at 2-2.
Yeah, nice, even better pitch.
Right at the knees, inside corner.
Because he just, as a batter, you can't do very much with that.
The Rembrandt pitch, he painted it. The 2-2 pitch swung on, and that'll be a slow chopper foul. So the count stays at 2-2.
Yeah, unless you're expecting that and you make some very quick adjustments as a batter, both with your elbows, the bat, and your feet, you're not going to be able to, if you do hit it, you're not going to be able to get a lot of power on it. So that's a very good pitch to be throwing, and to be able to hit that target consistently is a good idea.
4-2 the score. Artesia in the lead, and the 2-2 pitch on the way from Pondo, and that one is going to be up and in. Ball 3 runs it full to Julian Rodriguez, the number 5 hitter for Artesia.
And with 2 outs, Lovington just needs to concentrate on getting the 3rd out, getting back to the dugout.
Payoff pitch, and in there, yes, sir. Ring him up and sit him down. 3rd K of the ball game for Pondo, and will end the 3rd inning. But the damage is done as 3 runs come across for Artesia. We head to the 4th. It's the Bulldogs 4, the Wildcats 2. Wildcat Baseball continues on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com.
Lasco Construction is a proud partner in education in Lee County. Lasco Construction is your hometown construction company. Lasco Construction encourages you and business owners to support Tatum, Jow, Lovington, Eunice, and Hobbs businesses. Buy as much as you can locally, which is why Lasco Construction always supports the youth of Lee County. Lasco Construction supports you. Call 393-9161 for all your construction needs. Support your community.
Devon Energy is proud to support the athletic programs of Lovington High School this season. By partnering with local schools in Lovington, Devon is making an investment in the long-term future of the community. Sports teach discipline, teamwork, and leadership. Skills our youth will use to succeed for a lifetime. From the Devon team to yours, Devon Energy wishes you good luck this season, both on the field and in the classroom. Go Wildcats!
And welcome back to Wildcat Baseball from Artesia on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com. In the bottom of the third inning, Artesia scored 3 runs, and here's the part that really hurts. On 0 hits, there were no errors committed, nobody left on base, and we go to the top of the 4th inning, and Lovington is trailing 4-2, coming up to the bat, and with the call, here is TJ Miracle.
Thank you very much, Dawn Morgan, as leading it off for the Wildcats, it'll be Nick Pata. So, well, we're going to have Aiden Taylor.
Batter.
Yeah, we're going to have a pinch hitter come in with Aiden Taylor now. So Taylor will step in to pinch hit. And the first pitch to Taylor is going to be in there, called strike 1. Your line score through 3 innings for Lovington, 2 runs on 4 hits. They've committed an error and left 2 on. For Artesia, 4 runs on just 1 hit, 1 error committed, and 1 runner left on. As the next pitch to Taylor is going to be low and even it up at 1-1. Byers still on the hill. Ryan Weiser waits on deck. Then Ethan Gonzalez, 6, 7, and 8 due up for the Cats.
Artesia with some work to do, trailing by 2.
Pitch to Taylor is away for ball number 2. So a 2-ball, 1-strike count. So 4-2. It's Pata just kind of lost control there at the start of the 3rd inning, and it cost him 3 runs and the 2-1 pitch, and that one is going to be a fastball that paints the outside corner for strike 2.
And I'm not sure it really was. I think it might have missed slightly, but the catcher did a nice job of framing that up, brought it back into the corner.
2-2 pitch on the way, and that one is going to miss high for ball number 3 and might have been a millimeter further outside. Yeah. So it'll run the count full. It's a fine line between strike and ball on that corner.
Well, enough that you saw the movement in the catcher's glove for sure, so more than a millimeter.
Payoff pitch to Taylor, swung on, and that'll be a slow roller as Estrada gets it off of a bounce, fires across, and it gets away from Armendariz, and so Taylor will reach on the E6 as that one is. Armendariz was stretching out for dear life. He'd have needed to go gadget arm to get to that one, though. It was that far off the mark, so the E6, second error of the ball game on Artesia. As that'll bring Weiser to the plate. Ryan slugged one out to right center last time, a double, and was left stranded at second. So Taylor will stand at first. So Weiser will step to the plate. And so he'll settle it in as Byers will fire over, and Taylor back over to first as Armendariz holding on Aiden over there. Weiser will settle back down into the right side box, open stance. Byers, another pickoff attempt. Taylor with pretty good speed out there, but he's not getting that big a lead. And really, I don't think that Ryan's much of a threat to bunt here.
Well, no outs and the tying run at the plate.
First pitch to Weiser is away. Ball number 1. Huffman will cover it up. So it'll be a 1-ball, no strike count. Taylor at first, reached via the error. So he's going to get about a step, and the pitch to Weiser as Ryan wanted all of that one and swings over the top of the fastball and evens it up at 1-1.
That's the kind of a ball he connected with, though, to send that long double ball out to the fence.
Taylor leads off of first, a 1-ball, 1-strike count. Byers delivers, fastball, letter high. Beautiful pitch.
Yes,
and
it was.
Ryan watches it into the glove of the catcher, Huffman. So now it's a 1-ball, 2-strike count.
No outs, 1 on. Lovington trailing by 2.
1-2 pitch swung on, and that one is lifted high in the air and will go foul and out of play. So the count stays at 1-2. Outfield playing about 3/4 of the way back. Infield looking at double play depth. As Ryan will settle back in. Byers looks into Huffman, has the sign, checks on Taylor at first. And the 1-2 on the way, and that one is going to be up and away. And even things up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Good eye for Weiser.
Looked very close to the last strike call.
2-2 pitch swung on and missed as Ryan swings through an inside fastball for strike number 3. That'll be the 6th K of the ball game for Byers, and there is one down for Lovington as Ethan Gonzalez to the plate.
But just the one out. Lovington has room and time to put more runners on, bring the runners in, try to get this at least tied up in this at-bat.
Gonzalez, the DH, takes a whack at the first fastball and comes up empty. So it's a no-ball, one-strike count. Taylor on first. Reached via the air. He's held on by Armendariz. About a step lead over there. Byers checks, comes to the plate, and ding-dong, that one's going to come inside and catch Gonzalez in the shoulder. So the second hit batter of the day for Byers, and now Lovington with runners at first and second as Cameron Ochoa to the plate. Cameron, the number 9 hitter.
And he struck out his last time up. This is his second plate appearance.
Oh, he is 0 for 1, but looking for more as Coach Robert Areola sending the signs out, making sure that Taylor and Gonzalez and Ochoa all know what to do.
Possible bunt here? What do you think?
I wouldn't think so with Cameron, and he'll take the first pitch and pop it up and out of play for strike 1.
So it looks like he's swinging away for sure.
Yeah.
That hit the top of something. Don't know what, but hit the hot top of something behind us in there.
Ochoa doesn't have a great batting average this season, but he does have some pop in that bat. He can just find the groove, so he's down 0-1, and now he will show bunt. And off the mound is Byers, and heading back into second head first is Taylor.
It's a good thing there was not a throw because he had a kind of a slow start to that dive back to the bag.
He'll get a pretty good lead over there as Estrada, at least in the neighborhood. Ochoa shows bunt and will put it down, and it will go foul. And diving out was Huffman. Almost had that. And so it'll be a foul ball for strike 2. So now Ochoa going to have to swing away. And Taylor and Gonzalez going to have to trot 90 feet back to their respective bases. Gonzalez at first, Taylor at second. Now Cameron Ochoa with some work ahead of him. 1 down, but 2 on for the Cats. They threaten here in the top of the 4th. Huffman sets up on the inside and the 0-2 pitch, and in there, called strike 3, and Ochoa goes down looking for the second time in the ballgame. 7th K for Byers, and there's 2 down for Lovington, but we'll turn it over to Cesar Salinas.
And Ochoa flinched on it. I really thought he was going to go ahead and offer, but he never loaded the bat. So with 2 outs, let's see if Lovington can get a 2-out rally going.
First pitch to Salinas is high for ball 1. He is 1 for 1. He singled and stole a base back in the 3rd, and he walked to start the game. Of course, a walk doesn't count as an at-bat, but he is 1 for 1. 2 on, 2 out. Lovington trails by 2. Salinas going to ask for timeout.
Lovington scored their 2 runs in the game in the 3rd inning, and they did it with 2 outs.
So back in is Salinas. Taylor with a big lead off of second. Gonzalez off of first. And the 1-0 is low for ball number 2. So with 2 ball, no strike count. Salinas, the leadoff hitter, has a very good eye up there. He looks down, gets a sign from Coach Areola. Now he's back in. His Byers ready to go, and the 2-0 pitch swung on and missed as he took something off of that one in the changeup. Gets Salinas out in front, and it'll make it a 2 ball, 1 strike count. Of course, the first game of the 3-game series. Have the doubleheader tomorrow at our place. And the 2-1 pitch. Curveball swung on and missed. Gets away from Huffman, but he does a nice job crab walking it up the third baseline and keeping it in front of him. So Cesar now has a tie count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So 2-2 the count. Byers bends over, he has his sign, checks the runners, 2-2 pitch, and that one will be in the dirt, or the turf, as the case may be.
Right.
So it'll run the count to 3-2.
Another beautiful field here. Artesia has a very nice softball field that's all artificial surface, and baseball as well. Different colors over here, but still beautiful field.
And Byers off of the rubber and looking Taylor back to second. It hadn't been that many years since they turfed this field.
Everything's turf except the pitcher's mound, of course.
Yeah, just like in Hobbs. And the 3-2 pitch, and that one is going to be in the turf, ball 4. And so that'll walk the bases loaded as Salinas will get his second walk of the game. So Salinas at first, Gonzalez at second, and now Taylor at third as Luis Garcia to the plate. Garcia 0 for 2, popped out in the first, reached via an error and scored in the third. So 0 for 2 with a run scored. But now the bases are loaded full of Wildcats. You need to cash this in if you can. Now let's see how Byers pitches in the pressure situation. Nobody being held on out there as Byers will kick to Garcia, and Luis takes the first pitch and pops it up over on the left side. Rodriguez into foul ground. Comes and makes the grab for out number 3. So Lovington threatens but comes up empty in the fourth. After 3.5, it's Artesia 4, Lovington 2. Wildcat Baseball continues on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com.
Attention shoppers. Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
And welcome back to Wildcat Baseball from Artesia on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com. In the top of the fourth inning, Lovington scored no runs with no hits. There was one error committed, and Lovington left them loaded and may come to regret that. But we go to the bottom of the fourth inning, Artesia coming up to the plate. They lead this game 4-2. And with the call, here's TJ Miracle.
Thank you very much, Dawn Morgan. Jesse Armendariz will lead off. He'll be followed by Aiden Huffman, then Diego Zamora. It is 6, 7, and 8 due up as Pondo kicks and twirls the first one in there on the outside corner. Strike one.
Good to see that. He he had pretty good motion on that. It looked easy, but he's going to walk off the mound on the back.
Yeah, just take a moment out there.
Right.
Armendariz 0 for 1, reached via the fielder's choice. Back in the second inning. And the 0-1 from Pondo, and gets him to come over the top of a sinker there for strike 2.
A nice ball. I mean, a nice strike, that is. A nice pitch.
It dropped off the table. It might have been a ball, but
no,
it looked good when he swung over the top of it.
It definitely looked good. It was just a...
Pondo does have that little sink action at the end sometimes, and the 0-2 pitch fastball, that one in the turf for ball 1. Still a 1-2 strike count. Just underway, bottom of the fourth inning. Get my top and bottom worked out here. Been having that problem the last couple of days. So the 1-2 pitch to the leadoff hitter for the Bulldogs, and that one is in there. Ring him up and sit him down as Armendariz goes down looking. 4th K of the ball game for Micah, and there is one down now with Aiden Huffman to the plate. So Huffman 0 for 1. He was the strikeout victim back in the second. Lovington would like to have a quick inning and get back to the dugout and see if they can chip into this 2-run Artesia lead.
They really need to work this bottom of the order, try to get these outs as efficiently as they can.
Micah will kick and fire to Huffman, and that one is going to be outside, ball 1.
With a batter who struck out the last time, Zamora on deck, and he got on a fielder's choice.
And the pitch swung on and missed as he got him to chase the high fastball, high and in. I think it would have been a strike anyway. Huffman not agreeing with it as he pops the bat on his helmet. I've done that a few times. And the 1-1 pitch swung on, and that'll be a chopper off the chop as Weiser will get it, and then way airmail it, stretching up and getting it is Pata, and somehow keeping contact with the bag. 5-3 for out number 2. I think that one surprised Ryan over at third a little bit as it took a late bounce and pretty much hit him in the schnoz.
But he was able, to stay really connected and in his head into that play.
And then made a strong throw that almost sailed on him, but Pata Nick doing a nice job. He had to stretch way up.
He did.
Nick's about 5'10", and he had to become about 7'5" to get that one. But he did, and the first pitch to Zamora is going to be inside for ball one.
And I think he lost contact with the base before, but he got back on it by the time the runner crossed. But I think he really did lose contact just briefly, and but he managed to come back down on top of the base in time to get the out.
As the 1-0 pitch to Zamora, and that one is going to be on the outside corner. And the count will even up at 1 strike. So other than the one error for the Wildcats way back in the first, they really haven't had too much trouble. And the 1-1 pitch, and that one is going to be in there, called strike two. I hope I didn't just put an announcer's curse out there. As Hernandez is going to ask for timeout. They want to go talk to Micah on the mound. As maybe he pulled something.
Yeah, he's acting like he's
arm and back a little bit.
The lower back on the left is bothering him just a little bit ever since the second pitch, and that just something in that first pitch in this at bat. When he walked off the back of the mound, and he was doing that, he was kind of touching and feeling the top of that left hip area.
Yeah, maybe the cleat caught and he twisted something a little funny, or I mean that could happen.
But he's pitching pretty well in this top of the fourth inning so far. So again, let's not hopefully no curse on that.
Yeah, no. Hopefully no announcer's curse. So a 1-2 strike count to the batter Diego Zamora. Zamora with the neutral stance as Micah will deal, and that one is going to be so the 2-2 strike count. He's going to go right to the very far side of the first base rubber and get the sign, and the 2-2 pitch on the way, and that one is in there. Ring him up and sit him down. Called strike three. So 3 up, 3 down for Artesia in the bottom of the fourth. We head to the fifth. It's Artesia 4, Lovington 2. Wildcat Baseball continues in a moment on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com.
When it comes to your hard-earned money, selecting the right bank is vital. Hi, I'm David Campbell, president of First American Bank in Lovington. First American Bank in Lovington is part of this community. So bank with trusted partners you know, and trusted partners that are part of this area we call home. First American Bank offers all the advantages big corporate banks do, and we do our banking with hometown support and commitment. Choose First American Bank, 19 West Washington in Lovington. We want to earn your trust, then earn your business.
Introducing a smarter, easier way to manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called SmartHub. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime, with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the SmartHub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcecnet.com and look for the SmartHub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely with SmartHub. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
And welcome back to Wildcat Baseball from Artesia on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com. In the bottom of the fourth inning, 2 Artesia Bulldogs went down looking. 2 of the 3 outs, strikeouts, no hits, no runs, no errors, nobody left on base. We go to the top of the fifth with Lovington coming up to the bat, and with the call, here's TJ Miracle.
It'll be Micah Pondo, Jonathan Aceves, and Jaden Hernandez. It'll be the heart of the order, 3, 4, and 5. Due up for the Cats. So Pondo 1 for 2, and he'll take the first pitch inside and almost clips him, but
he did a little river dance, as you say, to keep from being hit there.
Got out of the way of it, and it'll be ball one. Byers still on the hill. Has pitched a pretty good game for Artesia.
And the Bulldogs still lead this one 4-2.
1-0 pitch, and that one will be away for ball number 2. Pondo, the RBI single to center his last time up.
And he struck out his first time up. He's 1 for 2. Third plate appearance.
But now he knows what it's like to hit Byers. He took it right back up the middle, and the 2-0 pitch swung on, and that one's heading to the parking lot. Please don't hit the White Highlander. I'd appreciate that. Strike one. I think I'm parked more on the left side, so I think we're okay.
Yeah, Pondo hit that straight away. RBI single right up the middle last time. Solid hit.
And the 2-1 pitch from Byers. Curveball swung on, and that'll be a chopper off of the hop. Rodriguez to it. Takes 2 steps. Fires across the diamond to Arandatis in plenty of time. Good strong throw. 5-3 for out number 1. So a 5-3 put out as Jonathan Aceves will come to the plate. Jonathan is 0 for 1, popped out in the first on a weird pop out, and then was hit by a pitch and got caught trying to come home on the single by Pondo. So he'll step in at 0 for 1. 1 out, nobody on, and the first pitch to the cleanup hitter is going to be high for ball number 1.
And the sun now coming in directly into the eyes of all of the players in the field on the left side of the field, so definitely a factor.
1-0 pitch, curveball, and that one is over the head of Aceves and gets away from the catcher Huffman. Nobody on, though, so no harm, no foul, as they say, and it'll run the count to 2 balls and no strikes. Lovington here in the top of the 5th inning, trailing by 2, 4-2 the score. With Dawn Morgan alongside, I'm TJ Miracle. Huffman flashes the sign, sets up in the middle, and the 2-0 pitch swung on, and that one is going to be popped up over on the right side as Byers will go out and make the grab himself between the mound and first. So Aceves gets underneath it, pops it up to the pitcher, and there is 2 down now for the Cats here in their half of the 5th.
They really need to get some runners on base and move them around. They are trailing by 2 and running out of at-bats to catch up or go ahead of Artesia.
So now it'll be Jonathan Aceves, or rather Jaden Hernandez, as Aceves heads back to the bench. Coach Areola talking to him about the launch angle there, telling him you got to level that out. First pitch to Jaden as he'll take a hack at an inside fastball for strike 1. There's one thing about Areola. He's always coaching every opportunity you can get. And you could see him over there. He was telling him, you can't swing up on it like that. So it's an 0-ball, 1-strike count to Hernandez.
With every pitch, there's something to talk about.
Yes, there is. As the 0-1 pitch, and that one is going to be up high for ball 1. Even it up at 1-1. Aiden Taylor waits on deck.
And usually something to learn.
We'll have to figure out where Taylor's playing. And the 1-1 pitch, and that one is going to be low for ball 2. He is still hitting, so he is in the field.
That one with good motion, good movement from top to bottom, but just hit too low.
So the 2-ball, 1-strike count as Byers deals inside, and yowzer ding dong, that one's going to hit Hernandez.
Third hit batter of this game for Byers.
And we will have a courtesy runner check into the ball game. Are they going to call him back and say he leaned into that?
No, really?
Yep, they are.
Oh.
They're going to say he leaned into that one, didn't attempt to get out of the way of it.
All right.
And so it'll be a 3-1 count instead of a hit by pitch. And Coach Areola is going to come over and he's going to ask the question on that one too. Yeah, Coach Areola has had a couple of things to bark about in this one. Of course, while we've got a moment, while the umpires figure this one out, got to say a big thanks to all of the great folks who make Lovington Wildcat Sports possible. You see them all there at the bottom of your screen. They help make it possible that we can always do this, and they don't have to. Don't have to pay, and so they will award him first on the hit by pitch.
So the appeal down to the other ump, the field ump, who had a different angle on that, looking from it from outside, in from the field in, must have seen something. And I think he saw that there was an attempt to move. I think he turned his body and picked up his leg, and I think that was Coach Areola was saying, hey, he lifted his leg, moved his leg to try to get his hip out of line with the ball. He didn't have time to do anything else. That was the argument. Whether it's true or not, the other umpire agreed.
Jaden Gutierrez will check in as the pinch runner. As Aiden Taylor takes a hack at the first one, strike 1. Taylor is 0 for 1, but reached on an error back in the 4th and was left stranded. So Gutierrez stands at first, courtesy running for Hernandez. And the pitch swung on as Taylor takes another big cut and comes up empty. And it'll be strike 2. I think if you're Byers here, you've seen that Taylor wants to keep the bat off his shoulder. I think you come at him, maybe see if he'll go for something on the outside.
Well, he's got to protect the plate now with
0-2 pitch,
strikes.
And he throws the outside pitch and just misses it. Aiden doesn't offer at it, and it'll be ball 1.
And I think that was pretty clear that it was headed outside, out of the zone, which is why he didn't offer.
So the 1-ball, 2-strike count, and the pitch, and that one's going to be in there called strike 3 as Taylor goes down looking. And that'll end the top of the 5th inning. 4.5 innings in the books here at Brainerd Park. It's Artesia 4, Lovington 2. We'll return more Wildcat baseball From Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports.
Stone Oilfield Services says many traffic fatalities may be caused by an intoxicated driver. So do yourself and your community a favor and remember the 3 C's of safety: caution, courtesy, and above all, common sense. Safe and sober driving is everyone's responsibility. That message was from Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington, a name you can trust and depend on. For quality and integrity, call 575-396-1840. From the Stone family and staff at Stone Oilfield Services.
It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle is new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that help keeps your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Napa, get up and go.
And welcome back to Wildcat Baseball from Artesia, that is, on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com. In the top of the 5th inning, Lovington scored no runs on no hits. There were no errors, 1 left on base. And we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Artesia still leading 4-2. And with the call, here's TJ Miracle.
It'll be 9-1-2. Galindo, Ramirez, and Estrada due up for the Bulldogs as we head to this bottom of the 5th. Artesia hanging on to the 4-2 lead. Galindo started out the 3-run third with a walk and then stole a base and scored on a wild pitch. And he'll take the first pitch, and he'll pop that one up and out of play over our heads for strike number 1. But, yeah, last time he let off an inning, that was the big inning.
You know, go ahead.
So a no ball, 1 strike count as Pondo gets ready. The high kick, and he'll deal. Swung on, and that one is going to be drilled foul down the left field line. He put something behind that one, but it is a very long strike 2.
You know, going back to Byers on the mound for Artesia, the last 3 strikeouts, I guess just the last 2, were Wildcats going down looking.
0-2 pitch, and that one is going to be in the dirt. Ball number 1. So a 1-ball, 2-strike count. Yeah, the last 2 that he had were looking.
But 4 out of his strikeouts have been Wildcats looking, and I think he's got that deceptive. That third pitch sometimes coming in is there before Lovington realizes it's a strike.
1-2 pitch swung on, and that'll be a line shot over the head of Weiser, and it'll roll all the way out. Sanchez will charge up, and he will fire it into the cutoff man.
Oh.
But it is good for a leadoff double to left for Frankie Galindo.
So Galindo reaches his first hit as he walked the last time up, but that double puts him in scoring position.
And he started the big inning last time for the Bulldogs.
He did.
Lovington doesn't want that to happen, so now Ramirez in.
Top of the order.
Yeah, Ramirez still looking for an official at bat, and he'll take the first pitch. High for ball 1. He walked and scored back in the 3rd, was hit by a pitch to start the game. He's 0 for 0 with 2 runs scored.
And the first pitch in is a ball.
So a 1-ball, no strike count. Runner at second is Galindo. Pretty good lead over there. As Pondo looks into Hernandez, has the sign, and the 1-0 pitch high for ball 2. As Hernandez going to ask for time and trot out and talk to Micah. Coach Robert Ariola going to come out and have a word with him too. Of course, don't forget here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel, please subscribe if you haven't already. Could be worth $100 to you once we hit the magic number 1,000. I'm going to pull a $100 bill out of my pocket and give it to you as a thank you for watching and supporting your Lovington Wildcats and Lady Cats. And this is coming from me, not the sponsors, not the station. This is just my way of saying thanks. And we will have a pitching change out there as Coach Robert Ariola is going to put Cesar Salinas on the hill. So with the pitching change, we'll take a timeout. Wildcat Baseball continues in a moment here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com.
We're the pharmacy that you've trusted for over 75 years. Being open for that length of time can only happen with consistency, service, and local engagement. Now a Pharmacy has supported the local youth in City of Lovington for over 75 years. When you need a pharmacist, you can trust that Now a Pharmacy will be there for your needs. Go by Now a Pharmacy located at 122 West Adams in Lovington today. Now a Pharmacy, a proud supporter of the Lovington Wildcats.
States Insurance.
Why choose Western States Insurance as your independent insurance agent? Because Western States Insurance is more than an insurance agency. They're a people agency dedicated to the insurance needs of their customers. Western States Insurance is large enough to provide the products you demand and small enough to offer you personal service.
We've got you covered. Western States Insurance.
Call 396-1318 or go by 212 North Love in Lovington.
Lovington Schools proudly supports their athletic teams and wants to encourage all teachers, students, and staff to keep pressing on. Wildcats, you are winners on and off of the court. Lovington Municipal Schools are proud of holding the utmost and highest standards. Go out there and be proud to be part of the Big Blue. For more information on what is happening now at Lovington Schools, log on to lovingtonschools.net and bet you won't be disappointed. Go Big Blue. 3 claps and a woo!
As we return here to Brainerd Park, a pitching change as Cesar Salinas on the hill, and he will deal his first pitch, a breaking ball outside to Ramirez, and that'll be ball number 3. We'll reset the defense for you for the Cats here momentarily as Salinas on to try and put out the fire here in the 5th. With Don Morgan, I'm TJ Miracle.
And
Salinas will deal the 3-0, and that one is on the outside corner, strike 1.
Yeah, very nice pitch. As I think it was just a straight swap for Pondo and Salinas.
Yeah, Pondo will take over at second. Aceves is at first now as he took over for Pata, and Taylor is out in right. And the pitch, and that one is high, ball 4. Tough position for Salinas to go into, having to face a man and already into his count.
Right.
Coach Robert Ariola, though, when he senses it, it doesn't matter what the count is. He's not going to let him finish. He's just going to go out and get him. So now it'll be Nia Estrada to the plate. So Estrada 0 for 1, popped out in the first, walked and scored on a balk in the third. So from the stretch, as Salinas will check off on the runners and comes to the plate, swung on, and that one is fouled off the top of the helmet of Hernandez for strike 1. Galindo at second, Ramirez at first. Nobody out, and Lovington trying to put out a fire and keep this a 2-run game.
That's right.
Salinas is their number 1 reliever.
4-2, your score.
SR checks the runners. Runner goes from second up, and no throw is nothing he can do about it as Galindo got such a good jump.
Yeah,
it'll be a stolen base. And now it'll be Bulldogs at the corners.
I think Hernandez, he got up threatening to throw, and I think he just gauged how far the runner already was to third, looked at first, and decided, no, I'm not even going to try it. As soon as he let loose of that ball, the runner on first would be headed to second anyway. And that was the whole point of the Artesia coach doing that move. So.
Nobody out with Bulldogs on the corners. A 1-1 count at the plate to Estrada, the shortstop. And now the runner going to go. And they will toss it and see if they can get, and now they'll toss it back. And so a little bit of a mistake there from Ramirez. So Ramirez will be out 1-6-4 for out number 1. So got caught in no man's land out there. And a nice move by Pondo to basically keep Galindo right there on third. And so just to waste it out for the Bulldogs, hey, we'll take it every day. So now that'll clear the runner off except for the man on third, which is Galindo. The 1-1 count at the plate to Estrada, and that one going to float outside for ball 2. So a 2-ball, 1-strike count. Lovington's offense now going to come in, try and cut off a run at the plate if it's on the ground. Outfield deep, going into no doubles. And the 2-1 pitch swung on, and that one back to the screen. So it'll even things up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So the 2-ball, 2-strike count. Aceves at first, Pondo at second, Garcia at third, Pondo, Garcia at short, Weiser at third. There we go, and the curveball missing outside. And will run the count full to Estrada. So the 3-ball, 2-strike count, full count now.
Lovington with the 1 out, though.
And Artesia threatening here in the bottom of the 5th. Salinas checks the runner. Now comes home on the payoff pitch, and that one is in there. Ring him up and set him down. First K of the ball game for Salinas, 6th overall for Lovington pitching. And there is 2 down as now Davian Molina to the plate. Molina 0 for 1, grounded out in the first, then had a sacrifice RBI in the third.
That's the first strikeout, of course, for Salinas coming in relief But, the 6 strikeout for Lovington pitching all total in the game.
First pitch to Molina is a fastball off the outside, and it'll be a 1-ball, no strike count. The 1-0 the count. Of course, game 1 here today. Games 2 and 3 tomorrow at our place at Wildcat Park. And the 1-0 pitch swung on, and that one is going to be hammered to deep right field. If it is fair, it is not. It is foul, but it rings off of the big green fence out there at about 349 feet.
Molina ripped that one, pulled it all the way to right. He was so out in front of that.
Somebody better call the body shop to go pull the dent out of the fence. So the 1-1 pitch, and that one is going to be just low for ball number 2, a 2-ball, 1-strike count. So a 2-ball, 1-strike count. Galindo stands at third.
2 outs.
But a 2-run lead for Artesia.
Here in the top of the bottom of the 5th.
Salinas deals the 2-1. Curveball in there. The noon to 6 breaker goes in there for called strike 2. So the 2-ball, 2-strike count. As Lovington trying to pitch out of the jam. Salinas will deal the 2-2 curveball, and that one is inside and hits him. And so that'll put Molina on, hit by the pitch. It broke, but it broke too much down and in. So Bulldogs on the corners again is now it'll be Byers to the plate.
Sad to lose that batter as Salinas had battled and thrown some good pitches, good strikes to him. So it really hurts. It makes you wince when something like that happens, especially since it just barely got him, I think, bottom of the elbow maybe?
Yeah, so now Byers going to step in. He's 0 for 2, and he'll take the first pitch on the inside corner, called strike 1. Struck out in the first, grounded out in the third, but the pitcher now for the Bulldogs with a golden opportunity with 2 outs on the board to help his own cause, just up by 2. As Salinas checks the runners, kicks, fires, and that one is going to be just low. And even things up at a ball and a strike. Outfield still playing deep. Infield pretty much their normal positions. Aceves holding on Molina over at first. And the pitch, and that one is in there, called strike 2. Good pitch from Salinas.
Very good pitch.
Salinas on in relief, trying to put out the fire here for Artesia in the bottom of the 5th.
Not a lot of heat on it. It was medium speed pitch, but right on the corner.
1-2 curveball swung on, and that one is lifted high in the air to center field. Going over into the alley in right center is Ochoa, and Kamen will make the grab for out number 3. So the pop out will end the threat in the 5th. We head to the 6th. Artesia 4, Lovington 2. Wildcat Baseball will continue here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com.
Lasco Construction is a proud partner in education in Lee County. Lasco Construction is your hometown construction company. Lasco Construction encourages you and business owners to support Tatum, Jow, Lovington, Eunice, and Hobbs businesses. Buy as much as you can locally, which is why Lasco Construction always supports the youth of Lee County. Lasco Construction supports you. Call 393-9161 for all your construction needs. Support your community.
Devon Energy is proud to support the athletic programs of Lovington High School this season. By partnering with local schools in Lovington, Devon is making an investment in the long-term future of the community. Sports teach discipline, teamwork, and leadership. Skills our youth will use to succeed for a lifetime. From the Devon team to yours, Devon Energy wishes you good luck this season, both on the field and in the classroom. Go Wildcats!
And welcome back to Wildcat Baseball from Artesia on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com. In the bottom of the 5th, Artesia puts on no runs on 1 hit, no errors committed. They leave 1 on base. We go to the they leave 2 on base, I'm sorry. And we go to the top of the 6th inning, and Lovington coming up to the plate. They're running out of time to catch up or go ahead of Artesia. The score 4-2, and with the call, here's TJ Miracle.
7, 8, and 9 due up for the Wildcats. Ryan Weiser will lead it off. Wees 1 for 2, and he'll take the first pitch inside. Whoa, the curveball comes and nips the inside corner for strike 1. As Byers still continues to deal. Enter into the 6th for the Bulldogs. And the 0-1 as Weiser takes a hack at a fastball, and it'll make it a no-ball, 2-strike count. So 0-2 the count, top of the 6th inning. Lovington trails by 2. And the 0-2 pitch, and that one is back to the screen as Ryan will get a piece of it to stay alive. Weiser, Gonzalez, Ochoa due up here in the Lovington half of the 6th.
He had that beautifully hit double and got stranded in his first at bat.
The 0-2 is away, so it'll make it a 1-ball, 2-strike count.
And then struck out in the 4th inning, his only other plate appearance.
So 1 for 2 as the outfield plays deep, infield normal positions. And the 1-2 pitch swung on and missed as Weiser will go down swinging. 9th K of the ball game for Byers. And there's one down for the Cats. So now it'll be Ethan Gonzalez's turn. Gonzalez 0 for 1, struck out back in the 2nd. Hit by a pitch in the 4th and left stranded. Lovington has only scored in the 2nd inning of this ball game.
Yep, they put their 2 runs on in the 2nd.
So now Gonzalez will step in, and he'll take the first pitch outside, ball 1 from Byers. Huffman tried to frame it up. The ump not buying it. So 1-ball, no strike count. Byers from the stretch sets at the letters, and the 1-0 fastball swung on and missed. Evens it up at 1-1. Byers is not going to overpower you, but he's sneaky fast, and he has good location.
He's got pretty good control, except
1-1
that
pitch, and that one is going to be away. I think maybe he gets that call if Huffman doesn't try and pop it up and make it look even more like a strike.
But he's hit 3 batters today.
Yes, he has. So a little control problem.
He's got a lot of strikeouts, but
2-1 pitch, and that one's away and evens things up at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
But it's interesting. He's either striking them out or hitting them. No walks.
And the pitch, and that one is going to be inside corner, called strike 2. So now it's a full count. I wrote that down wrong. So now a full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes. As Gonzalez will settle back in, and the payoff pitch from Byers swung on, and that one will be lifted in the air to shallow center field. On the run, trying to slide to get it is Molina. It's going to get past him. Armendariz going to go back and cut it off, and he is going to fire it in. Misses his cutoff man, and so it'll be a 1-out double for Ethan Gonzalez. Out to right center, so 1 on, 1 out, and now it'll be Ochoa to the plate. Cameron Ochoa stepping in.
He has struck out twice, batting in the 9th slot for Lovington, and he's due. 0 for 2 and due, as they say. So this will be a good time for him to come through.
Yes,
Maybe
it would.
Move the runner around or in. Lovington trailing by 2, and they're running out of outs to do it, to get even or ahead with.
Good lead for Gonzalez, and the first pitch to Cameron is going to be on the outside corner, called strike 1. Ochoa's gone down looking both times previously against Byers. Of course, tomorrow we've got a doubleheader at Wildcat Park. As Byers will kick and fire the curveball, and that one going to be a foul. As leaning out for it is Armendariz, and might have knocked the wind out of himself a little bit over there. He's all smiles as he gets up.
Yeah, this just a single game tonight, and then tomorrow it'll be Lovington's turn to host Artesia for the doubleheader, and this is the first of the 3-game district series as they're doing these again this year.
As Byers checks the runner, the 0-2, and Ochoa chases a high one, goes down swinging for out number 2, 10th K of the ball game for Byers, and now it'll turn it over to the top of the lineup and Cesar Salinas. So Salinas is 1 for 1. He's walked twice, had a single back in the 3rd.
And Lovington really does not want to strand Gonzalez out there on second.
First pitch is going to be high, ball 1. Yeah, Lovington has stranded 6 through the first 5 innings. And there's a lot of potential runs left out on the base paths.
That's right. When you're only trailing by 2, you look at that stat and really wince.
As Byers checks the runner, comes to the plate, fastball, knee high, outside corner, good pitch, strike 1. So the 1 ball and 1 strike count. Salinas the hitter. Pitcher on pitcher duel now. Huffman sets up right over the middle, the 1-1 pitch, and that one is going to fall in. Fell off late and right to the top of the zone, called strike 2.
And an off-speed pitch, not a true changeup necessarily, but an off-speed pitch and a great one to hit. Salinas is going to regret that.
So now it's a 1-ball, 2-strike count as Byers comes with the fastball, and that bounces it, and it gets away from Huffman as on the horse is Gonzalez, and Ethan will slide into third on the wild pitch as that one just got spiked. And it'll even the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes to Salinas at the plate.
And makes it a little easier for Lovington to score at least one of the runs if possible, but they're going to have to do it again with 2 outs.
As the 2-2 pitch on the way, and that one is away. Huffman backhands it, keeps it in the glove, and that'll run the count full to Salinas.
Well, Salinas worked the walk on a full count his last time at bat.
Yes, he did. So 3-2 the count. Byers, the payoff pitch away, ball 4. So the third walk of the day issued to Salinas, and now there are cats on the corners with Luis Garcia to the plate. Garcia 0 for 3. You got a feeling he's due. He's popped out to the third baseman twice. Reached on an error, stole a base, and scored back in the third.
A great opportunity for Lovington right here.
Going to leave Cesar on to run for himself. Armendariz will hold him on at first. Everybody else pretty much their normal positions. First pitch to Luis. He'll take that one, shoot it right back up the middle. That one's going to fall in front of Molina, and it's an RBI single for Luis Garcia as he shoots that one right back through and will cash in Gonzalez, and Lovington cuts this down to a 4-3 lead as Artesia wants to come talk to their pitcher with 2 outs as Salinas moves to second. So runners at first and second.
That was a beautiful hit, just straight up the middle. Great little line drive there. And as we were just saying, Lovington did not want to leave the runners on the base stranded. They need to get that runner in from third, and the wild pitch and him taking that base on the wild pitch, stealing it, really made a difference there.
Yes, it did. That's what got that run across. And so Byers looks like he is going to stay on the hill, but we may have – we are going to have a pitching change. So with the pitching change, with 2 outs here in the top of the 6th inning, Lovington trailing Artesia 4-3. We'll return. Wildcat Baseball continues on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com.
Attention shoppers. Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
When it comes to your hard-earned money, selecting the right bank is vital. Hi, I'm David Campbell, president of First American Bank in Lovington. First American Bank in Lovington is part of this community, so bank with trusted partners you know, and trusted partners that are part of this area we call home. First American Bank offers all the advantages big corporate banks do, and we do our banking with hometown support and commitment. Choose First American Bank, 19 West Washington in Lovington. We want to earn your trust, then earn your business.
And welcome back to Brainerd Park. The pitching change for the Artesia Bulldogs, as on to take over the pitching duties will be Diego Morales. The other changes, as Galindo will move from left to catching. Byers will stay in the game. He'll move to third. Rodriguez will move from third to left. So now Morales and Galindo, your new battery. Armendariz, Zamora, Estrada, Byers around the infield. Rodriguez, Molina, Armendariz left to right in the outfield. So Lovington has gotten this back to within a 1-run ball game, 4-3 here in the 6th. And Coach Ortiz going to try to put out the fire and keep Lovington right where they are. And now it'll be up to Micah Pondo to see if he can take himself off of the hook for the loss. So Pondo, 1 for 3, will settle in, 2 on, 2 out. as Morales will deal the first one, and that one will be low and away for ball number 1. Pondo had the start in the ball game. Stayed in to play second after Salinas came on in relief. Now Morales will check on the runners. And the 1-0 pitch, and that one is going to be low for ball number 2. Garcia at first, Salinas at second, and Pondo at the plate.
Two outs, one runner crossed so far in this at bat for Lovington.
4-3, Lovington trailing but threatening. And so now Pondo ready as Morales will kick the curveball in there. Yes, he will. Strike 1. So the 2-ball, 1-strike count. Good break on that one. As Pondo not ready for it. If he can find a way on, Aceves waits on deck. Morales going to check in on the runners again, and the 2-1 pitch. Curveball swung on. That one's right back up the middle. It's a bouncer, and right into the glove of Estrada on the run is going to tap the bag and get Garcia on the out, but Lovington manages to Frankenstein a run across. We head to the bottom of the 6th. Artesia 4, Lovington 3. Wildcat Baseball continues here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com.
Introducing a smarter, easier way to manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called Smart Hub. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the Smart Hub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcecnet.com and look for the Smart Hub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely with Smart Hub. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
Stone Oilfield Services says many traffic fatalities may be caused by an intoxicated driver. So do yourself and your community a favor and remember the 3 C's of safety: caution, courtesy, and above all, common sense. Safe and sober driving is everyone's responsibility. That message was from Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington, a name you can trust and depend on. For quality and integrity, call 575-396-1840. From the Stone family and staff at Stone Oilfield Services.
And welcome back to Wildcat Baseball from Artesia on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com. And in the top of the 6th inning, Lovington put on 1 run on 2 hits. There were no errors committed. They left 2 on base, but they did close the gap. They still trail 4-3. Artesia coming up to the bat, and with the call, here's TJ Miracle.
Thank you very much, Dawn Morgan. Julian Rodriguez will step in. He is 1 for 2 on the day. It'll be his first time, though, facing Cesar Salinas, and fastball from Salinas outside. Ball 1. Lovington wants nothing more than to get a quick inning and get back to the dugout and get this to the 7th, just trailing by 1. Salinas kicks and fires, top of the zone, letter high, good pitch, strike 1. So a 1-ball, 1-strike count. Aceves playing deep behind first. And the 1-1 pitch swung on, and that one is hit high in the air out to shallow right field. Taylor comes over and at the line will make the grab for out number 1. Taylor had a long way to go on that. Aiden with good speed, though, gets the out.
Yeah, he did, and he had to play the shadows over there in that far right side of the field.
So 1 up, 1 down is now to be Jesse Armendariz to the plate. Now Armendariz, last time up, a strikeout victim. Reached on a fielder's choice back in the 2nd. He is 0 for 2. And Salinas will deal fastball away, and it'll be ball 1. So Lovington, just 1 error in the ball game, have played very good defensively behind their pitchers, and the 1-0 pitch, and that one is going to be right there at the top of the zone. Kind of deja vu all over again, a fastball away, then a fastball strike at the top of the zone to Armendariz, just like Rodriguez last batter. And the 1-1 pitch swung on and missed as waves at the curve for strike 2.
Good pitch by Salinas, and nice, good to see him varying that. He varied those locations around, keeping Armendariz guessing and chasing.
1-2 pitch in there. Yeah. Yes, sir. Ring him up and sit him down. That'll be the 2nd K of the ball game for Salinas. 7th strikeout for Lovington pitching. But more importantly, there is 2 away. And so now, stepping in, it will be Morales, who came on to pitch. So Morales comes in, his first at bat, as Salinas will deal to his opposite number, and it'll be high and away, ball 1. Now the 1-ball, no strike count, 2 down. Bottom of the 6th inning. Lovington trying to get this to the 7th. It's just a one-run game. Inside a little bit of a late breaker and comes in, nips the corner, evens it up at 1-1.
Nice pitch.
Yes, it was. The 1-1 count. Salinas quickly back to work. Swung on, and that'll be a chopper. Weiser on the hop. Gets it. Fires it across the diamond. Aceves handles it. Gobbles it up. 5-3 for out number 3. Artesia goes 1-2-3 in the 6th. We head to the 7th inning. It's Artesia 4, Lovington 3. We'll be back. Wildcat Baseball continues in a moment.
It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle is new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that help keeps your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Napa, get up and go.
We're the pharmacy that you've trusted for over 75 years. Being open for that length of time can only happen with consistency, service, and local engagement. Now Pharmacy has supported the local youth in City of Lovington for over 75 years. When you need a pharmacist, you can trust that Now Pharmacy will be there for your needs. Go by Now Pharmacy located at 122 West Adams in Lovington today. Now Pharmacy, a proud supporter of the Lovington Wildcats.
And welcome back to Wildcat Baseball from Artesia on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com. I'm Dawn Morgan, and Artesia, and they're part of that 6th inning. Go down 1-2-3, a fly out, a strikeout, a put out, and no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. So we go to the top of the 7th inning, and Lovington is coming up to the plate. They trail by 1, scores 4-3, and with the call, here's DJ Miracle.
Thank you very mumuch, Dawn Morgan. 4, 5, and 6. Aceves, Hernandez, and Taylor due up for your Wildcats as Aceves is 0 for 3 in this ball, 0 for 2. Couple of pops out, and it was hit by a pitch as Morales on the hill trying to shut down the Cats and get the save, and Aceves kind of weakly waves at strike 1. So Morales on the hill trying to earn the save for Artesia. A quick worker has the sign and the 0-1 pitch. Curveball swung on as Jonathan will shoot that one back into the concession stand.
I think that might have been inside and a ball if he had let that one go, but he made the decision late to swing on that. He must have thought that looked like it was coming back over the plate.
Yeah, I think that was a breaking ball, and the 0-2 pitch fastball swung on, and that one is going to be popped up over on the right side.
Could be
Charging
trouble.
in is Armendariz, charging back, and Armendariz and Zamora almost have a collision, and it'll be an error, but it'll put the tying run in scoring position for the Wildcats. It'll be an E9 because Armendariz got it in the glove. And so the E9 and Lovington has the tying run now in scoring position with Jaden Hernandez to the plate.
Well, I called that while it was in the air, saying it could be trouble because it was so shallow in shallow right field, and having to run in on it, and then playing the shadows, trying to see. I think they just they obviously didn't call the ball or call the other one off.
Yeah, somebody has to. You got to be screaming your head off.
Do.
Mine the whole way there.
You've got to call it and call the other player off for sure.
So now Hernandez will step in. He is 1 for 2, and the curveball is going to be in there. Strike 1. Jaden hit by a pitch his last time up. Singled, had an RBI single back in the 3rd. So Aceves at second is Jonathan. Not much of a lead as both Estrada and Zamora keeping him honest. Morales looks into Galindo as Hernandez going to show bunt, and the curveball up over the head and a throw down to second as Aceves almost got caught sleeping. Zamora comes over and grabs the ball as Jonathan dives back to the bag. Counts even at 1 apiece on Hernandez at the plate.
No outs, 1 runner on in scoring position, and Lovington trailing by 1.
So the 1-1 strike count. Hernandez shows bunt, gives Morales plenty of time, knows what he's going to do, and he'll turn around, step off the rubber. And Jonathan Aceves diving back to the bag as both Estrada and Zamora are keeping him close. If you're Jaden, get something on the ground anywhere between second and first or second and third, and that thing's going to roll a long way. But it looks like he may bunt again.
Well, he's showing bunt. I wonder if it's just a threat or whether
he... And the 1-2, and he'll pull it back, and it'll be ball 2. Jaden does know how to bunt.
Sometimes it's just a threat to kind of throw the
the
pitcher off and try to screen out the catcher with a potential base runner going from second to third. But sometimes it's sometimes it's a threat, sometimes it's a
2-1. He shows bunt, pulls it back. That'll be ball 3. But yeah, and again, when you've got the middle infielder sucking over to keep Aceves honest at second,
got a big hole, you could hit it.
You've got the corner infielders in
2 big holes.
Maybe a slap, almost a slap at it, kind of like you see sometimes in softball. I know that's probably not popular to say. The 3-1 pulls it back, but it is in there anyway, so now that'll run the count full. So if you're Jaden Hernandez, you got to swing away now with a full count. So 3-2 the count. Aceves at second. Reached on the leadoff error. So Morales has the sign he wants from Galindo, and the payoff pitch swung on, and that one is going to be popped up over on the left side. Byers will go into foul ground, now back into fair territory between third and home, and make the grab for out number 1. So the pop out means Lovington's down to their final 2 outs of this one, as now it'll be Jaden Gutierrez. So another pinch hitter as Gutierrez will go in to hit for Taylor.
But they only trail by 1. The potential go-ahead run is at the plate, even though they're running out of outs to do it with.
So now Gutierrez, he will get his first at bat of the ball game, as Coach Areola thinking that maybe, just maybe, get a little pinch hit magic out of Gutierrez. Aceves at first. Middle infielders keeping him honest. In the first pitch to Gutierrez is right down the pipe. Fastball, strike 1. Gutierrez has seen it now. You got to think he's going to be ready. Jaden out. Now he's back in. So Morales taking the long look in to Galindo. 4-3 the score, but Lovington threatening, trailing here in the top of the 7th. 0-1 pitch, curveball in the turf, blocked out by Galindo. And the count evens up at 1 ball and 1 strike. So it's a 1 ball, 1 strike count. As Gutierrez, he's as neutral as you can get, right in the middle of the box, straight on stance. 1-1 pitch, fastball outside corner. Beautiful pitch, strike 2. Jaden, you got to swing at those, kid.
Yeah, except that I think it's another one of those that could have been a ball or a strike, and it got framed up and definitely called a strike, but it was close enough to be able to try to hit it.
1-2 pitch, swung on and missed, as gets him with the curveball, as that one was tailing. And Gutierrez goes down swinging, so there is 2 down now as Ryan Weiser comes up as the last hope for the Wildcats. Weiss is 1 for 3, had a ringing double back in the second, so he needs that now to tie this ball game up. So Morales will check on the runner again and kicks the first pitch. Curveball swung on, and Weiser gets a piece of it, but it'll be strike 1.
Lovington down to their final 2 strikes here to make a little magic happen, get this game at least tied up.
And you got to think even a bobble, Aceves has pretty good speed for a big kid. You got to think even a bobble by Galindo, and he's going to have the light to go. And the 0-1, and that one is going to be off the plate. And the count evens up at 1-1 to Ryan Weiser. He'll settle back in. So a 1 ball, 1 strike count. Morales checks Aceves over at first. And the 1-1 pitch swung on and missed as he got him with the breaking ball. And so now it'll run a 1 ball, 2 strike count, and the Cats are down to their final strike of the evening. So a 1 ball, 2 strike count. 4-3 the score. Lovington trails. But they've got Aceves in scoring position, who led off with a little popper that turned into an error into right. A 1 ball, 2 strike count, and the pitch. And that one is in there as Weiser goes down looking. So back-to-back Ks, and the Artesia Bulldogs will take game 1 of this 3-game series. Final score 4-3. We'll take a timeout, come back, and wrap this one up and get you ready for tomorrow. This is Lovington Wildcat Baseball on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com.
Western States Insurance.
Why choose Western States Insurance as your independent insurance agent? Because Western States Insurance is more than an insurance agency. They're a people agency dedicated to the insurance needs of their customers. Western States Insurance is large enough to provide the products you demand and small enough to offer you personal service.
We've got you covered. Western States Insurance.
Call 396-1318 or go by 212 North Love in Lovington.
Lovington Schools proudly supports their athletic teams and wants to encourage all teachers, students, and staff to keep pressing on. Wildcats, you are winners on and off of the court. Lovington Municipal Schools are proud of holding the utmost and highest standards. Go out there and be proud to be part of the Big Blue. For more information on what is happening now at Lovington Schools, log on to lovingtonschools.net and bet you won't be disappointed. Go Big Blue. 3 claps and a woo!
Lasco Construction is a proud partner in education in Lee County. Lasco Construction is your hometown construction company. Lasco Construction encourages you and business owners to support Tatum, Jow, Lovington, Eunice, and Hobbs businesses. Buy as much as you can locally, which is why Lasco Construction always supports the youth of Lee County. Lasco Construction supports you. Call 393-9161 for all your construction needs. Support your community.
And welcome back to Wildcat Baseball from Artesia on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com. In the top of the seventh inning, that is, Lovington scored no runs on no hits. There was 1 error committed, 1 left on base, and that's it for the ball game as Artesia wins this one 4-3. And with the wrap, here's TJ Miracle.
Well, thank you very much, Don Morgan. Final line in this one for Artesia, 4 runs. They only managed 2 hits in the ball game. They commit 3 errors, and they only leave 3 runners on base. For Lovington, 3 runs on 6 hits, 1 error, and they leave 9 on base. For Artesia, their winning pitcher in this one will be Jack Byers, and the save will go to Diego Morales. For Lovington, the loss will get charged to Micah Pondo. But 4-3, Lovington making this one a very close game, but at the end just not enough, and enough things just didn't quite go their way in the ball game. Too many walks, a hit by pitch, that 1 error,
right.
And Lovington just not able to come back. But they played them tough the whole way. So now you just got to put it behind you and get ready for the doubleheader tomorrow back at Wildcat Park.
They kept it close. It was a good ball game. Lovington leaving too many runners on. They had opportunities to get runs in, and they
9
didn't.
runners
That's
stranded.
Right. They strand 9. They did not get those in, but again, not bad. Pitching for Artesia, very strong with the 12 total strikeouts, and Lovington still not doing badly, at all in this game. They just didn't play quite well enough to get the win. So, but they did play well enough, I think, to give them confidence against Artesia and know that they can win against this team, and they've got 2 more chances to do that at home tomorrow.
Yes, they certainly do, as the score bug's reversed.
Okay.
But tomorrow we will be back with you as doubleheader gets underway from Wildcat Park, 5 o'clock tomorrow afternoon here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel. I'll be flying solo. You'll be on assignment with the Hobbs Lady Eagles.
Right.
In Hobbs, so we'll miss you, but I'll muddle through as best I can.
I'm sure you will do just fine without me. So, we'll have our separate games by ourselves, and it's going to be a busy Friday and Saturday as we don't have too many games. A few more this for this weekend, and then next weekend and next week.
Final games of the season, regular season.
Final district games and final games of the regular season. A lot to get through with baseball and softball this weekend and then next week too. So we'll be busy, and of course we'll keep you up to date on everything, on who's playing, when, and where on our Facebook pages and at HobbsAmerica.com.
We certainly will. So we'll see you tomorrow right before 5 o'clock from the friendly confines of Wildcat Park as the Cats look to take a game or 2 in this series as they fall tonight by the final of 4-3. For Max Carranza keeping an ear on everything back in One Radio Square, for Don Morgan, I'm TJ Miracle saying so long. This has been Lovington Wildcat Baseball from Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports. Good night, everybody.